Lotto for search.
Hello YouTube, and we are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh deck profiles, and here we have some Blackwings. I've been told by a friend to do this because he runs Blackwings, and what you might notice right away, or at least some of you might, is the Fire and Ice Hand. I'm going to get on to why I run the Fire and Ice Hand when I get over to him, but for the main part, the deck's really nice. It's not that bad of a deck, and if you're looking for a really fun deck to play, I would suggest running into Blackwings because they have a variety of really nice cards with great combos, and it's one of the only decks that I know right now where you can make Goyo and it actually means something. It's like all the other decks like Cosmic Dragons, like I have Goyo, but now I can't do anything with him. Or I took my opponent's monster and I can't do anything with him. So let's just go in. Sorako, he's here to make the OTKs because he will you put all the attack on what you want would be board. You want to put all your monsters' attacks on board and then drop as many colludes as possible so he inflicts piercing, and you can just OTK with Sorako. That, and when you summon him, you can search out any of the other Blackwings if you have Black Whirlwind out. Sure, he's pretty much one of the main Blackwings of the deck because when he destroys a monster by battle, he can summon out a Blackwing from the deck with less than 1500 attack. But when you want to summon out a Steam Cloak, because then you can go main phase 2 into Leo real easily. And then you have Bora, the Piercer. That's pretty much all he does, is that he does piercing damage. And he can special summon himself, so if you have Shura, you can special summon, and so you can get out multiple monsters real easily. The Fire and Ice Hand, the reason I run them is one, the friend that I have that runs Blackwings hates Fire and Ice Hand, so it's in here just to mess with him. 2, great synchro next Z Fado really helps to make those things, because you can even make this guy with him because he requires a Blackwing tuner. So it is still possible to use these guys to make some Blackwing synchros, and they can get rid of some monsters and some back row, which can really hurt this deck. Monsters and back row really stop this deck. Triple loot because they gain 1400 attack, not as good as an honest, but it's, hey, 1400 plus attack during the damage step is not that bad. 1 Gale because it's at 1, and you can it's a level 3 tuner that has the attack of a monster, and it's permanent, so you can continuously have it each turn, which helps a lot when you're trying to go for those OTKs with Bora or any of your other monsters. Steam the Cloak, when he is used for a synchro summon, when he leaves the field, you can special summon 1 Steam token, and then once per duel, you can tribute 1 monster to summon him back. So the way to make Leo is use Synchro with Steam the Cloak for 7, such as Armor Master, and then get rid of the token, and then you have the 7 and the 3 to make Leo. So Steam the Cloak is definitely a card you might want to run. Now you might be noticing that I don't run Zephyros. That's because of the Fire and Ice Hand. Like Zephyros is supposed to be that extra rank 4. Fire and Ice Hand just helps with that already, so I took Zephyros out. Blizzard, he allows us to get back our level 4 or lower Blackwing monsters from the grave. Then we can then use to either go into Armed Wing or Goyo. So he's really, really nice. And then we have Bayou. Bayou can be very tricky if you can get him in the grave, and if you did the whole Leo thing, where you have an Armor Master in the grave, you can then make Silverwind the Ascendant real easily with Bayou, I believe. Then we have Orochi, another Blackwing that can summon himself, and it's a level 1, so it helps making cards like Almaty's, which is very, very nice. Soul Charge, supply unit for draw power. Black Whirlwind, like supply unit's like another Black Whirlwind, or pretty much, or vice versa, so it helps a lot. 2 Icarus, because it helps get rid of cards. 2 Traplands, you can take this down to 1, because Blackwings, they play really strangely, and I'll get onto that once I finish the deck profile. Delta Crow, just one of them, it destroys all face down spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Yeah, I'll get on to how it plays when I'm done. 2D Prisons, I like it better because of Soul Charge. It helps actually get rid of monsters. 2 Black Sonics, because it banishes all face-up attacks of monsters, and that gets around a lot of things. Pixie Field, Compulse, and Warning, those are just my 3 favorite of the traps. Right there. So how the deck plays, it likes to go up what it did last turn. That's what it really likes. Yet at the same time, it likes to have a stun aspect, so you can't be running that War of the Decree, so that way you can make all of your plays each turn. So It's really strange because like Trap Zone is nice to have when you're going to make those plays and you want to make sure that none of your cards get stopped. Yet a lot of times when you go to make a play, it's just summoning Shiro or Boar and just going off of what you had last turn, whether it be a Fire Hand or some of your Synchro monsters. And so that's how the deck pretty much plays. With Fire Nice Hand, that helps out a lot, just getting rid of the back row and the monsters, and the ability that you can just sit on them for days. Really nice. And then I actually haven't used anti-reverse in my test because I only run one of them, so that's one reason why you might not be able, why I might not see it. But let's go into the extra deck. A lot of the extra deck is focusing on cards that can get around a lot of things, especially when they attack. Such as Star Rider. I love making Star Rider because it gets around Thumb, Compulse, Breakthrough Skill, and so, or at least when it's summoned, and then when you can attack and they can't activate anything. Well, they can, but it won't do anything. Leo, because it can't be targeted. Belize can't be destroyed, and 3000 beater. Silverwing, that's just a Blackwing tune, is really hard to make. Stardust, another thing that can negate. Armor Master, he's really good to sit on because he can't be destroyed by battle and you take no damage from him. And if he, if this attacks a monster, you can place a wedge counter and then reduce that opponent's monster down to 0 and then attack right over it. So that's really great for getting over a lot of cards. Like he can get over Star Rider really easily. And then you have Yugioh Guardian, helps to take your opponent's monsters and you can sync up with an Almond Master. He's pretty much a bigger board, so if you can make him and then do Shura and drop a couple of salutes, that's even better. And then Almaty's, again, Almaty's gets us a lot of stuff, so I really like her. In fact, if you have access to level 5 synchros, I highly suggest running Almaty. She gets around Fire Nice and for days. She gets around a lot of cards, like Shadow Mist. She gets around, like, there's so many cards right now that require them to be with the Cosmic Dragon, Shaddoll. Like Almaty just goes around and attacks and they can't use their effects. And then you have the 1 Gram, who I haven't made too often, but oh well. And then as for the actual XZs, you have Master Key Beetle, which is really nice when you can, after you made like a Star Raider or an Almaty's, you can make him and then be like, you can't be destroyed. And so Master Key Beetle is really nice. 101, because it's 101, and then Ice Sphere Zero Fiend, where you can negate all the opponent's cards, which is really nice to do. Now there's some working around. If you want, you could take out Graham. I haven't made Graham, so you could take him out if you wanted to. Like, it's just really up to a variety of different personal opinions. Like, I would suggest taking him out, adding number 80, because number 80 is still really good in order to get rid of a variety of different cards. And this deck, I'd say the deck is competitive because you can do a lot of things that most decks can't do. Like, you could side in Skill Drain, and the only card would really even hurt would be Shalako, like, and Gale. So that would be the 2 cards that wouldn't hurt. Like, yes, you wouldn't get the Piercing, and your Synchros wouldn't get their effects, but yet, if you have Skill Drain, your opponent doesn't get their effects, and Fire Nice and they're pretty much unaffected by Skill Drain. So it has a large abilities to side in a lot of different cards. You can do just a whole bunch of different things. I mean, you have Icarus, which can get rid of 2 cards. So the deck, I'd say the deck is really nice. Like, you could, if you could make level 8s are a little hard to make, but if you could take out the Gram and put in the Scrap, and then if you could make Belize and Scrap, and then you have that 1-turn pop a card combo that you can just do every single turn, which can annoy your opponent and put them in a position where they can't even play the game. And as long as you play the cards right, like, you should be able to get away with a lot of things. Like, I won't set Black Sonic unless I have a Blackwing on the field, and that's why I have the D presence here. And the supply units are just nice to help get those extra cards, especially when Fire and Ice End are going off, because then they search and then you draw, and so it's also nice. So the deck is really fun to play, and I highly suggest, if you're looking for a new deck to just play or mess around with, hey, just go get those, get some, I'm not sure what packs they actually come in. I don't know. But yeah, just pick up some Blackwings, trade for them. I mean, they have a variety of support now. I heard that there's some more support coming out for them even later, so We'll just have to wait and see how the deck turns out to be. See you guys later. Bye. Hey, if you could click on the links and on the annotation to see the duel with this deck or some of my other videos, that would really help. And check out the links in the description to watch some of me and my friends' videos and even something that could help make this deck a reality for you. See you guys later. Bye.